In today's episode, we're going to talk about don't let YouTube burnout drain your energy. So if you're interested in learning more, you know what to do. Stick around. Tonight's sponsor is $5 Jewelry Paradise, where your independent consultant is Terry Donald. Now I have the link for all the information down below. So when you go, tell her Stephanie sent you. Hello everyone, I am Stephanie of Creatively Miss Me, YouTube Tips and More. And I've been doing a series on time management. Now we're going to jump into this about burnout, and I hope it's very helpful. Have you ever felt completely drained after spending hours scrolling through YouTube, only to realize you're not even enjoying it? You're not alone. And it's a sneaky trap that can really zap your motivation. And it's something that I care deeply about because it can have serious consequences on your mental and emotional well-being. As creators, we've all been there. We feel the exhaustion, the loss of motivation, and the struggle to come up with new ideas. YouTube burnout is a real thing. It's something that I've personally dealt with in the past. That's why I wanted to talk to you about it, because I know how draining it can be, and I want to help you to avoid it. When you're burnt out, it's not just about feeling tired or unmotivated. It can actually impact your creativity and your mental health and your overall well-being. You start to feel like you're stuck in a rut, like you're just going through the motions, and like you've lost touch with why you started creating in the first place. And let's be real, it's scary because you start to wonder if you'll ever be able to get that spark back again. One of the biggest signs of burnout is when you start to feel like you're not enjoying the process anymore. You start to dread the idea of creating and feel like you're doing it just out of obligation, and you begin to question whether it's all worth it. You might also start to notice that you're not taking care of yourself physically, mentally, because you're so focused on meeting deadlines and keeping up with your schedule. Another sign of burnout is when you start to compare yourself to others. You start to look at other creators and wonder why you're not successful, why you're not getting many views, why you're not as popular. You start to feel like you're not good enough, and that can be a really tough place to be. Burnout can also manifest itself as a lack of motivation. You might find yourself procrastinating, putting off tasks until the last minute, and feeling like you just can't get started. You might also start to feel like you're running out of ideas, like you're just repeating the same old things over and over again, and like you're not bringing anything new of value to the table. So, what causes burnout in the first place? For a lot of creators, it's the pressure to constantly produce content. You feel like you need to be putting out new ideas, new blog posts, new social media updates all the time, or else you'll fall behind. You feel like you need to be constantly on and constantly producing, and that can be exhausting. Another cause of burnout is the pressure to meet audience expectations. You feel like you need to create content that your audience will love, that will get a lot of views, and that will generate a lot of engagement. You feel like you need to be constantly trying to please your audience, and that can be a really heavy burden to carry. The algorithms can also play a big role in burnout. You feel like you need to be constantly adapting to the latest changes, constantly trying to figure out what will work and what won't. You feel like you're at the mercy of the algorithms, and that can be a frustrating place. I know that burnout is a real thing because I've been there myself. I remember feeling I was stuck, like I was just going through the motions, and like I was losing touch with why I started creating in the first place. But I didn't give up. I took a step back and reevaluated my priorities and started to make some changes. I started to focus on taking care of myself and finding the joy in the creative process and on creating content that truly mattered to me. One of the biggest insights I gained from my experience with burnout was the importance of slowing down. I realized that I didn't need to be constantly producing content, that I didn't need to be constantly on. I realized that it was okay to take a step back and to take a break and to focus on myself for a change because I hadn't been doing that. I also learned the importance of setting boundaries. I realized that I didn't need to be constantly checking on my analytics, constantly looking at my views, constantly wondering what my audience thought of me. I realized that I needed to set boundaries to protect myself from the constant noise and to focus on what truly mattered. Looking back on my experience with burnout, I realized that I was a blessing in disguise. It forced me to take a step back, reevaluate my priorities, and to make some changes. To force me to focus on what really mattered and to find joy in the creative process again. Recognizing and managing burnout is crucial for a YouTube creator. It's not just about feeling tired or unmotivated. It can impact your creativity, your mental health, and your overall well-being. By recognizing the signs of burnout, by understanding the causes, and by taking action to make changes, you can overcome burnout and find your creative energy again. Here are 5 stages of burnout. The first one is called the honeymoon phase. You feel happy, motivated, excited about your new challenges, and as a result, take on a lot of responsibility. Number 2, the onset stress. The initial excitement gets tempted by the reality of a daily routine. You first start feeling tired and then anxious about not being able to handle everything you signed up for. Slowly, signs of stress begin to surface, and you may develop a negative tunnel vision. Your limited capacity to pay attention to other things in life can lead a feeling of loneliness. Number 3, chronic stress. It becomes your constant companion, and even tiny new tasks can set you off in a spiral of either anxiety or rage. May now simply feel unfair, and a setback can feel like a personal attack or a deep injustice. Eventually, you are just exhausted and develop mental symptoms such as migraines or body aches. In your free time, you may now just want to shut down. That is so true. Number 4, burnout. When you eventually burn out, lack of interest can take over. In defense against chronic stress, your brain just stops. This is why your productivity plummets, and you may become negative or chronic headaches, insomnia, and complete neglect of your own needs or the desires to just drop out can become part of your daily routine. Number 5, habitual burnout. When this stressful state becomes your new normal and you experience constant mental fatigue, physical problems, or a mood that changes between boredom and anger. Eventually, you may feel trapped in a vicious cycle of despair with no way out. A diagnosis of major depression may be the first turning point towards your path to recovery. To fully heal your burnout, you can take months or even years. This is why recognizing the symptoms early is important because then we can distance ourselves from the main stressor, create enough me time to cool down, and do whatever is necessary before it's too late. Have you ever experienced burnout as a creator? And what did you do to overcome that? Thank you for watching. And if you have any other tips that you think that would be helpful to other creators, please share them in the comment section. You know I enjoy reading your comments. Also, if you have any questions, please just ask me and I will help you as much as I can. I hope the video on burnout was helpful. If you're interested in learning anything on time management, then check out the other videos in this series. The links will be below. Give this video a thumbs up, share it, and hit the subscribe and notification button. And don't forget to follow me on my other social media accounts. The links are listed below. Now let's jump out of here and into the chat.
Well, hello. I almost didn't come on here today because life has been lifing over here in this avenue. My husband has been sick, dire sick, for the past 4 days. And I was just like, okay, I'm not doing the makeup thing. I'm not getting there and prancing in the hair. I'm exhausted. But I also want to get on here and share this thing on burnout because that's what I'm experiencing now. And I was just reading what Denise posted. She says, I missed last week. Life has been life and it has been crazy and leading to my overwhelming burnout. Yes, yes. Next thing she put, I just put one foot in front of the other to set priorities, then I go for them. See, what I did, Denise, I started changing the days I recorded. Because before I was trying to record something every day and it was just overwhelming. So I only record on Tuesdays and Thursdays. And if I have a lesson like I just did, I do those all on, excuse me, on Sundays when I put on makeup to do this live. I'll record before I come on here. I'll try to record two or three, and then after two or three. And then Wednesdays is when I actually sit sometimes and get dolled up and record more lessons for this channel and for my Healthy Tips and More channel. Also, I edit on Tuesdays and Thursdays, whichever day I'm not recording, the other day I'm editing. So I only have Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday that I work on doing anything for YouTube. Because prior to, I was doing it Sunday through Saturday and I was wearing myself out. I was burnt out horribly. But when I learned how to do my batch filming and start being smart about things, it's not as hard as it is as it was before. Like yesterday, um, because my husband had been sick all week, yesterday I set the camera up and I made one, two, three, I think four videos yesterday. And that's all about fall decor for my main channel, Creative with Miss Me, Decorating on a Budget. So I filmed those. I still have one more to film. And then I'm going to do the front porch and then I'm going to do a house tour. And I'll be through with fall. But I'm going to edit all of these. I'm going to try to get those other two, three videos done on, if not Monday, it'll be Tuesday because I know Monday I have to go and cook for my father. I got to cook a week's worth of food for him tomorrow. So it might be Tuesday that I sit and I do those fall videos and get the ones ready to go out on Tuesday and Thursday of this week. But I did something new, guys, and I am curious to find out what you think about it. Let me find it. Oh, it's on this folder. I did I have a commercial thing that I put out. Let's see. Is this it here? I think this is it. Let me view. I have a commercial thing that I made, that tells about my other channels and so forth that I normally squeeze in to videos. So let me get
While we're
this.
here,
I think this is it. And I did a little upgrade on it. So I'm really curious to find out what you guys think. And I really want to get your honest opinions.
While we're here, don't forget to give your girl a thumbs up. Also, comment and share my content. Now, under Creatively Miss Me, I have three channels. The main channel is Creatively Miss Me, Decorating on a Budget. Second channel is Creatively Miss Me, YouTube Tips and More. And my third channel is Creatively Miss Me, Healthy Tips and More. Also, I would love for you to follow me on my social media accounts. I hope you like what you see and you subscribe to one or all of my channels and my social media accounts. Now, let's jump back into the show.
Now, did I share that video or was it just me sitting here looking goofy? I hope I shared it. Let me know in the chat, did I share that? Because I have a feeling I didn't. Let me open it again and try it again because I don't remember pushing the share button.
While we're here,
Okay, let's see. Here it is here. Let me get back to this window and then let me go share the screen. We're going to try it again. I don't think I shared it a few minutes ago.
While we're here, don't forget to give your girl a thumbs up. Also, comment and share my content. Now, under Creatively Miss Me, I have three channels. The main channel is Creatively Miss Me, Decorating on a Budget. Second channel is Creatively Miss Me, YouTube Tips and More. And my third channel is Creatively Miss Me, Healthy Tips and More. Also, I would love for you to follow me on my social media accounts. I hope you like what you see and you subscribe to one or all of my channels and my social media accounts. Now, let's jump back into the show.
Now, I'm always looking for ways to improve. You know, each day you improve one at a time. I thought it was just looking goofy. Because I was like, did I push the share button? Yeah, I was sitting there looking goofy. But I always try to improve 1% each time. And I was playing around with new things to do on that little commercial to play in my videos. So I'm really trying to improve what I do here and make things, look a little better. But burnout is real, people. So if you have been experiencing burnout, it's time for you to take you a break. You need to take off a week, maybe two, and not think about YouTube and just let everybody know that you're taking a break and you'll be back at a certain time, and give your mind time to rest. Give your mind time to get all of the YouTube junk out of it. And I think that if you give your mind time to rest and your body time to rest and not think about YouTube or anything about YouTube for maybe about a week or two, and when you come back, you'll tell the difference. You'll be more energized and ready to go. So don't let yourself experience that burnout. Get yourself some rest and take time for yourself. I had to do that. At one point, I took off almost a month because the burnout was real and I needed to do something for me. And with my husband being sick this week, it was all hands on deck with me, with him. So it wasn't really time for me to really do the other things I had planned to do this past week. But I am still trying to get things correct. So, with that being said, I hope the burnout video was helpful and it gave you a bit of information to think about when you're recording or you're a YouTuber or any other project that you're doing. Now, I want to thank the people in the replay because you always do a girl good. Don't forget to give your girl a thumbs up and share these videos. I would love to have more viewers. So if you could share with a friend that needs a little help, I would be so appreciative. Now, hopefully I will see you on Wednesday on Healthy Tips and More, where we'll talk more about understanding perimenopause and menopause because your girl is suffering through it too. Also, there will be a video released on Tuesday on Creative with Miss Me decorating on a budget. I'll have a fall video coming out Tuesday and one coming out Thursday. All of my videos come out at 5:45 p.m. Central Standard Time. So hopefully I will see you on Tuesday or Wednesday live. She says, I hear you. She says, I hear you. When life is life and one has to set priorities and go from there. When push comes to shove, YouTube is not it. That is true. Take some time off, relax your brain. Now, as I said, I want to thank you for joining me tonight where we talked about burnout on YouTube. So, if you have any questions or anything you want me to talk about, please contact me. Let me put up my little ticker tape thing. Where is it? Please feel free to contact me. Email me. IG is a good way to contact me because I'm always checking my Instagram messages. And I do look at my emails on creativelymissme.com for my emails. So if you want to contact me mostly email, IG, and if you have my phone number, contact me on my phone number. Because right now I'm trying to jump into another endeavor. I enjoy coming up with different things. And right now, this is what I'm doing. I'm designing a happy planner for my daughter for her sorority. And that is my thing now. I'm going to be laminating this and putting all the inserts in. I've created my own inserts. You know me. I've created my own inserts for the whole thing. So when I give it to her, she can share the idea with the other ladies in her sorority, and they can hopefully order some of these happy planners that I'm trying to put together. So that's something new that I'm jumping into. I've been thinking about it for a minute, and I decided to go ahead and jump in it. So I want to thank you all for stopping in today and hanging out with your girl for a minute. And hopefully, I will see you next week. And you